How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about a topic which I picked up on while I was sitting on the toilet pooping. I had to say that because it's the truth. Alright, I have to tell you guys the truth. I don't lie. So I picked up this topic and I thought it was a good idea to talk about it, so that's what we're gonna do in this video. It's a little bit different. Normally I just review products or do unboxing and stuff, but I've got nothing on that right now, so I think it's a good idea to discuss this topic because there's been a misunderstanding. So basically, consoles versus PCs, and they all started off differently, and now they've come to a place where they're having a fight with each other. Some people say the consoles are better, some people say the PCs are better. Now, I'm a little bit of an open-minded guy, but I can be a little bit of a dick. And I'm gonna say this right now, and because it's actually the truth, alright? There's no point saying I'm wrong, because in general, it's like the actual truth, okay? You just need to focus, and you just need to kind of not be dumb and then just drift off. You can't just be biased all the time. Right now, I think it's pretty much straightforward, and it's all true that even laptops and PCs have been crushing consoles. And there's a reason people misunderstand this, and we'll go back to when the PS3 was released to talk about this. And I'll also cover Nintendo's NX, or so they call Nintendo's Switch, which is coming out, and they're actually on the different side, which I think is awesome. But right now, let's focus on the PS3 and all, and the PS4 and the general mainstream consoles, the two most popular ones, and also the PCs. Alright, I'll also put something up for you guys to watch so you don't get bored of me talking. So just go ahead and enjoy yourself, okay? Or if you want, you can just minimize this video and do whatever you want on your mobile phone or stuff. Alright, well, it all started back when PS3 was released, and now I'm not quite certain on the events and all, on what happened and how it just came like this, but it's been 8 years since the PS3 and the Xbox 360 was alive, until the PS4 came out, obviously. And I think consumers had enough time to fall for the PS3, because when everything comes out first and is brand new, people are a little skeptical about it and everything, so they don't go for it. But it's been 8 years. That has given Sony and Microsoft enough time to sell their PS3 and stuff, and so they have done so, and they've gathered all the customers through those 8 years. And then when the PS4 and the Xbox One was launched, obviously everybody was like, we need to upgrade our PS3 system because it's probably the most thing that we use in our home. So they went ahead and bought the PS4, most of them, because obviously PS4 was the more powerful one, I think. I think that was the reason they went for it more, but I don't know, Xbox One and all, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. They're both a tiny bit different, but they're the same things. But people have their own opinions. So that's why the PS4 has sold so well. It's because those 8 years have gathered the customers that bought the PS4 as an upgrade, because they knew they can't just lie around with the PS3. When a new update comes out, you're gonna have to stick with that, just like your phone. You're gonna have to keep updating it if you want to stay around with the latest and apps and the games and stuff. So it's a bit of a pain, but honestly, I think it's straightforward. Now, through those 8 years, PC has been not getting a lot of attention. They've been on. There's been laptops and all with the GTX 450s and all, and obviously they're nowhere near as the PC graphic card. So let's talk about the PCs. I mean, obviously laptops have co-op a lot, but then there's PCs obviously in their own way. So let's talk about the PCs. Now PCs have obviously been trying to get some attention. I'm gonna say like this because it sort of makes sense. Whoever's a PC gamer, you know that consoles are pretty much crap, because there's a way to make a PC into a console, and I think people misunderstand this. I'll also get onto this in a bit, and this is obviously my opinion, and I think it's the truth because I'm biased, I guess. But I still love consoles. I've got myself some, and I'll agree one thing: it's more easier to go along with. But if you go ahead and buy or build a PC, a pre-build it, like company can build it for you, you get it. Honestly, you're not gonna want to go back to the console because it's just as easy. It's just that you don't build it, except you just tell the company to put those parts in, so obviously you get to have the fun of it. Well, so basically what happened is, when the PS4 was released, PCs have through those 8 years been constantly growing up, right? And when the PS3 was around, 1080p was like the big thing. In nowadays 4K is like the big thing, and even 8K is coming up or something. But 1080p was the big thing, and the PS3 was probably the most powerful system that ever came out to play games in 1080p. Now the reason I say games like this is because PCs were mainstream things that were made for work, and people only used them for work purposes. They didn't recognize, you could put this kind of hardware in it and do some next level, almost photorealistic gaming, until the PS3 came out. And then companies were like, you know what, we need to get out of our asses and do something about this, because PC is not going down without a fight. So obviously MSI and Gigabyte and Cooler Master and all, they've all come up with these processors and these coolers and these cases and everything to customize your PC the way you want. And ever since that 1080p thing started, it's been growing up on PC, and they've become more powerful than the PS4 is now. Because obviously they've been improving as they go along, but the PS3, Sony didn't give a shit about it. They just said it's out there, we just need to focus on the PS4 when it's time to release that. And that's the problem that they made, along with a lot of stupid problems that they make, like making the PlayStation Vita like that and stuff, obviously. Now the PS3 was like, when it first came out, was like people to look forward on, like it's the big thing, because since 1080p was the thing, they would I think it was brand new back then, 1080p, and people were like, wow, that is amazing, games at that resolution and with those textures and those graphics. Obviously back in the day they were mind blown and stuff, and I think that's what led it apart, because they could play DVDs in 1080p and Blu-rays and stuff. So it's like kind of a home system for them for entertainment, and that's where they went. And then Microsoft sort of followed up, and then PC was alongside that, hiding in the shadows, growing up as they go along. But it's come to the point where the PS4 was released, okay? Now, I don't know how many of you idiots realize that the PS4 was not as powerful as a mid-range PC if you could just get it on a budget or something, and it was like nowhere near as powerful. Heck, it can barely do 1080p gaming, and when the PS4 wasn't released, PC could do almost 1080p 60 easily with the 980 Ti's and the Titan X's. And so I know there's a reason why consoles can't do this, is because companies have a lot of limitations on the consoles. They have to make the form factor really small, and they have to make sure it doesn't suck too much power, otherwise that's not power for consoles, kind of thing. It's not a good thing to get yourself high electricity bills, which is what PC does. So to describe the differences, a console is basically a home entertainment system. You can play games on it. The games obviously can be the same on the PC and all that, unless they're exclusives. Same with the Xbox. You have it on your home, in your big screen, and you enjoy it comfortably playing games, and you don't worry about the graphics and stuff. PC, however, on the other side, gives you the best performance and the best graphics you'll ever want, and everything is probably going to be the top at all the times. And the trade-off for that is a lot of power, and obviously it sucks in a lot of power for that, but I'm guessing most of you are alright with that, so go ahead and buy a PC or something. You probably already have one. So, and that's where things have fallen off. PC is made for it's sort of grown into the point where it's made to increase your graphics as it goes along, and stuff is probably it's gonna give you the best performance and everything. Doesn't matter about the price, okay, because that's what PC is. It doesn't matter about the price. You decide if you want it a little cheaper, get something that's a little cheaper to put inside it. So, and then consoles are sort of made for home entertainment and stuff, and that's where the things are falling off. You see, PCs are made for the best performance and graphics and everything. If you want a game like that, then you should get a PC, not a console, because a console is not going to get you the best graphics and all that, and the PS4 did not do that. In fact, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Scorpio that are coming out, They can't even do 4K gaming. They're just upscaling 1080p, and they're just doing some anti-aliasing and all that kind of stupid stuff to make it look like it's 4K. But in reality, it's not 4K, and I'm guessing it's only going to be 30 FPS or something like that. And obviously there's one difference: you can play 4K movies and stuff on playback, but you can do that on PC. You can do that on 4K smartphones if, well, there's one out, so if it spots that, then you can go ahead and do it on that. But that's that. Now let's go into the bit where people have fallen off. To really think consoles are made for competing against PCs, no. They just started this whole fight, but they've lost now. Okay, they're just fallen behind. Maybe they need some kind of hope, like maybe just forget about the form factor and stuff. Put as much as you can inside the companies and stuff. They're not listening. Okay, I mean, obviously there's a reason that they like this. They're meant to be kind of user friendly and stuff, and that's the thing. You know, you can just buy it, set it down, and play games on it on your couch, on the big screen. And in my opinion, I think graphics should not be the most important thing when it comes to consoles, okay? Because it's so freaking ridiculous. If you want to get a console to play on your TV, it's meant to be about the experience, alright? Not about the graphics, for crying out loud. It's meant to be about the experience. And what the companies have decided to do is drop it back to 30 FPS. Now, honestly, that may not be a bad thing, because people don't really give a shit about the FPS. But that's because you've never seen 60 FPS. 60 FPS is where the console is supposed to be on every game, no matter what the graphics and no matter what kind of stupid stuff is going on the console. I think every game on the consoles are supposed to be locked on 60 FPS, and that's a constant frame rate. Maybe it dips down to 50s or something, but it's not like you're gonna realize that. But that's the thing people are missing. You may not have every game running at 60 FPS. That's what the consoles were about. But now they've just started to fight with the PC because they're thinking their graphics are better and all. And the PCs, they're just gonna knock out everything because, you know, you're paying a high price for it. So like, they're on their own game, alright? PCs don't give a shit about consoles. Consoles are just trying to run after them and fight. They're supposed to be at 60 FPS, maybe at 1080p, because if that's the thing, you know, people are gonna enjoy the fluidness and all, and then obviously a console would have had a better reputation than what they have right now. And now, as of right now, everybody is so slowly moving on to the PC because they know the PS4 and everything is just not cutting it, alright? But the thing is, companies are the thing that did this. They're so stupid to make high graphics. It doesn't matter about the graphics. Yes, people do look into graphics and they say, that's amazing, we really need that and stuff, and we really want it. But if they do, that's for the PC. It's not for the console, okay? If the game was a little bit different on the console and the PC, then there was a reason to get a PC. Now there's just a reason to not get a PC, get a console, get some stupid experience on it, and then just be deaded with your life because it's at 25 FPS or something, okay? Now, if it was different, I would have made it, the consoles have lower graphics but better gameplay, but the PCs have better graphics and also the option to do better gameplay, because that's one of the things that makes PC different, and it's always been around, okay? Not making it up, it's always been around. So that's the thing, okay? Consoles are supposed to be a 60 FPS so people can enjoy it, not look high and say the graphics are really, really good, okay? That's where people are falling off, and the company have decided, let's follow the people. That's what they're doing wrong. But I still admit, the consoles do have awesome graphics and all, and for what they are, they're just awesome, they're fine. Right, now let's bring in the Switch, okay? Because PC is meant to be their own side, and we'll also go back to the PC and how it can overtake consoles, and is overtaking consoles. So the Nintendo's Switch, or NX is what they used to call it, I don't know why and stuff. It was recently launched, okay? And people are, there's a lot of rumors about it because everybody is so excited for a hybrid. You see, it's a portable device and you can make it into a home system kind of a thing. Now I think Nintendo's on their own side because they're just going after the portable market, right? And they've got the processor in it though, that Nvidia claims to be as powerful or just a little bit more powerful than the PS4. So I don't know what to say honestly. It's a good thing because they have hope, but I don't think it's gonna be running any games on like the PS4. The thing is, it's got a 720p screen, and for a handheld, honestly, I don't think that's bad. Even the PlayStation Vita screen, I'm okay with that. A lot of people have 720p screens out there, they're all fine with it. I don't know stuff. So that's that. The NX is on its own side because Nintendo is chasing their own kind of market, and I can't do nothing about it honestly. They're not going after the home consoles and everything because they know they can't reach it up and they can't compete against them. So to get rid of their problems for their own selves and for their own sake of their company, they're going away to the portable market, which is already overtaken by smartphones and stuff. That's why the PS Vita didn't launch off really good. And the reason 3DS did, it was because the first party titles, obviously. That's that. Obviously, it's going to make the 3DS obsolete right now. I mean, oh no, there's still a reason to have the 3DS. But the NX is different, okay? It's sort of a portable system that you can just plug a HDMI into it and then off you go on your monitor with the controller. It's just like a normal Android device, except it may not be running Android, but it has a AAA titles on it, is what it seems like, or what I've heard. And the reason those games look really, really good and all is because of the processor inside it, and that's not a normal processor. Obviously, it's a really, really powerful one for mobile devices. Right, that's that. They're on their own way because they're chasing their own stuff. Now let's talk about the PC trying to take over the console. Right, the thing is, PC is already winning, and it doesn't like the fact the consoles are trying to fight it, so it just pushes back. Now what you can do with the PC is, obviously, if people misunderstand these stupid things, is you can get a HDMI cable, which every PC comes with, has obviously. So you have your PC basically normally set up on your desk and everything, and you've got something called a Steam controller. Alright, a Steam controller, your PC, and then you have a PS4 downstairs, and you have a big screen, and you want to play your PC games on those big screens. So what you do is take your PC off, you take it, you go downstairs, you put it next to your TV, you plug your HDMI into it, and you just go on Steam big screen mode, and it basically is like a console then, except it's PC, with the graphics of a PC and everything of a PC, but it's there sitting on the side, and you can play your games the way you want, 60 FPS, 4K, whatnot. It doesn't matter as long as you have a good rig. So you use a Steam controller to sit back on the couch. In terms of VR, you got the HTC Vive and also the Oculus Rift, and a lot of third-party the crap. You can use them for VR, and you've got your big screen. You're playing your PC games on the big screen, so the console kind of thing is out the way. Okay, that's console being ripped off because everybody wants the PC to be on screen, but they don't want it because it's too big, it's too bulky. And it makes maybe too much fan noise or something, and they don't want it down here because it's complicated to use as opposed to a console. That's why they got a console, okay? And that's the difference. A PC can be a console if you want it to be a console, alright? A PC can be a workstation if you want it to be a workstation. You can do 3D printing and sell those kind of things on eBay and make a freaking brand out of it, okay? You can't do that with the console. They're two different things. This PC was made to work and get everything out of the way, but the console just forced it to go against gaming as well, so it's grown also in gaming, alright? So it's good at gaming, it's probably the best at gaming actually, and it's also a good best for work because obviously you got your power, you can do some manipulation and stuff to videos and make people think they're actually real but they're fake, they're rendered and stuff. So that's all what a PC does, alright? And that's what we used to do back then, but now it's grown up and stuff. So I think the consoles are doing it wrong. They're not meant to go after graphics and stuff, okay? That's just nonsense. It's just driving them in a different way, and I think that's because they've lost right now. They've lost because they followed their stupid path. If they were just had enough power for 60 FPS 1080p gaming with decent graphics, I mean, you don't need to have such crap graphics on it for the FPS. honestly, I think it would have been freaking cool. In fact, you can have the same graphics on 720p. If you guys don't mind 720p, obviously people don't like it. 1080p is much better, but if you could just bump it down to 720p and get the 60 FPS, I think that's where the consoles are supposed to be. And the reason I say that is because 1080p 30, I mean, obviously people are fine with it, but in reality, they've just never known what a console is meant to be, okay? So, if you're playing a 1080p game at 30 FPS, and obviously there's a trade-off for that. The PS4, as like I said, is not going to be as powerful as a PC and stuff like that. So, with the PlayStation Pro though, I think they can do 1080p 60 on every game, and the developers should actually try to do that, not go for graphics. Just sacrifice a tiny bit of graphics for the frame rate and stuff, and I think that'll be cool, and the consoles will be in their own way. I mean, that's what this is supposed to be like. And the PC is like, obviously, you know, the mother of all, and people don't realize that because they either don't want a PC for some stupid reason. They think it's too much to build and stuff, but you don't have to build it, you know, that's the thing. And it's a keyboard and mouse. Now that's what people don't like about it, keyboard and mouse. But the thing is, you can plug a controller into it, any controller, and it'll work. It's just like, if you think of a plant, is the root of a plant, okay, and one of the leaves is a PS4. So if you think you can't really put a PS4 into the PC, in fact you can put more than that and get a lot more out of it. So that's how I say it, because it's actually the truth. So I think it's been a while really, and if you guys have any questions, or if you want to say something about this, if you think I'm wrong or anything, let me know in the comment section below. And obviously I'll talk about this because I do want to start an argument. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in a different video.